Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen table and another one on my marks. And today you're all a bit confused on why there's no turbo tank in front of you and instead an old set from 2022. Well, I have seen the reviews and done my research and I don't feel like picking up the turbo tank, at least not here on day one. But I had some money saved away to be able to purchase it. So instead, I went and looked through the Lego catalog of available sets. And I thought, well, I never did pick up that 2022 ATTE, which is actually a good set. And I know it's about to retire soon. So I thought I'd instead pick it up while it's still available at retail price. But why am I making this video, you ask? Well, it is a good set, but there are quite a few aspects of it that I didn't love about it. So today I'm going to walk you through the improvements I did to my newly purchased 2022 ATTE. So let's get into it. It is a good walker, and from the exterior, there's not much for you to see that's been changed. I did like the original exterior. I guess your first glance is the cannon, and that is true. This used to just be able to rotate, and you could only angle the cannon like this while it was stationary. And I do own the 2008 ATTE. It's been a long time since that was scrapped for pieces, but I did remember the turrets and that you could angle it. So I decided to remove the flick fire missiles, or like the stud shooters, and give it that old school angling capability to be able to have the gun really swivel and the gunner join in when you aim it. So that was the first little adjustment I did to the set. And then a lot of the rest of the parts are on the interior. The original set can carry 9 minifigures, which is good for a normal troop transport, but this is supposed to be like the main one that you really want to have in your army. And well, with my little clones, I thought I'd better improve that. So my version, instead of 9, it can fit 16 minifigures sitting down comfortably. We'll start off over here in the cockpit. See if I can do this with one hand, but the cockpit had a lot of like extra space in the back, and I thought, well, the real one is supposed to have 2 minifigures in it. So I modified the interior a bit, and now you can have 2 clones actually piloting this thing. So yeah, we have an extra seat added there, since it was pretty much a waste of space not to add it. So that is one of the first modifications I did. Then, if we move around to the back of the walker, here I didn't like how the top hatch was attached to the back here, and you have to fold this down. Instead, I made a different kind of attachment. It's still attached, but now you can raise it up like this. And why do you want that, you think? Well, you need a logical way for your troops to get down. So therefore, I kept this little swiveling Technic piece and added a ladder to it. So now your troopers can actually safely disembark the vehicle. I guess you'd have to fold down the little gun controls, but then your troops could just get out and climb down the ladder. So now there's a plausible way for your troopers to disembark, and when you're done, you'll just fold the ladder in underneath the walker, and it's barely visible from there. I guess we'll see. Focus. Get the gun controls back up and fold it down. Then another exterior feature that I thought was missing was that in the Clone Wars show, one of the ATTEs gets taken out and Mace Windu evacuates. I think this is in the Ryloth arc. he evacuates using a top hatch on the vehicle that was nowhere to be found in the original set. So therefore, I made sure to add a little top hatch for you to be able to either look out of or to be able to disembark from the top as well. And you can just put your little clone trooper in here to aim out as well. So I think that looks pretty cool. So that was another one of the features I added. A lot of the rest of the features are mostly having to do with seating for your troops. So I think we'll just raise this up a little bit, and then I can angle out the plates like that. And you can see that I added a base plate, or like a bigger plate, to have your troopers. There are still some crates here, the lower type of crates, one on each side next to the gunner. But then we also have some seating. So we have 2 more seats added here. So you can have 7 troopers sitting in the back. Another exterior feature I added were these little wedged plates or whatever. And these angles to cover up the only holes that you could see into the tank from the exterior. So I think it covers up pretty nicely. So there we have it for the back. Let's see, we'll just fold it back into place like that. So there we have some extra seating for 7 troopers in the back. Then, if you look at the cutouts, all these guns aren't actually controlled by the pilots. There are gunners in the front as well. So if we were to lift up the little hatch and angle this outward like that, you can see we have a little gunner station here next to the cockpit. Let's get some lighting going like that. I even added a control panel. So you can have troopers sitting there manning the front guns, I suppose, to protect the vehicle. You'll have to have them leaning back a bit, but I'll give you a better look at what the seat looks like. I think that turned out pretty cool. And I also made sure to be able to sit 4 troopers normally in the chairs like this. Okay, let us just move the vehicle a bit to the other side to give you a look there as well. So we'll once again raise up the roof, and here you can have a look at the little seating. So there's still a tan plate where you can put your minifigure down, and he'll have to lean against this little backrest here, and he can control the guns. And there we have 4 seats and still a little fire extinguisher like you have on the original set, which I thought was a cool detail to still have. And let's fold it back like that. Fold this side back and reattach the roof. I of course gave the gunner another little headrest as well, and did some smaller modifications to the seat as well for the gun. But those are all the modifications I felt that I really needed to do for my ATTE, and I hope you liked my modifications and that it might have inspired you to make your own with a set that is still worth picking up at this time instead of the turbo tank before it retires. Hope you guys liked this little video. If you did, do leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.